Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Feminine and Purposeful. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Patience God's Will. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you're here. Please don't make it your last. Subscribe to this channel and be part of this amazing community of purposeful women we're building here on YouTube. And to my old subscribers, thank you for always coming back. So in today's video, I'll be talking about teaching a man to treat you well. Teaching a man, can you say that with me? Teaching a man to treat you well. Why do we have to teach men to treat us well? Because we are valuable assets, because we are purposeful women, because we are women who have purpose and we're going somewhere to achieve something. You don't need just any man in your life. You need a man that will treat you well. And today, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. How do I teach a man to treat me well? The first step to teaching a man to treat you well is to communicate clearly. Now, most times we only have it in our head how we want to be treated, but we don't say clearly how we want to be treated. If you want to be treated well by any man at all, say clearly, communicate very clearly and very early in the relationship. Don't wait until you are 2 years down into the relationship, 3 years before you start, before you start sulking or you start feeling like, oh, this man is not treating me well. I'm walking out of this relationship because he's not treating me well. No, from day one, communicate your expectations very clearly. Women are very good with communication. By my experience, women are good with communication. Men are not always good with communication, but from day one, insist that you talk about how you want to be treated, because if you communicate clearly how you want to be treated, the man will begin to treat you just the way you want to be treated. But if you don't communicate it, he has in his head how to treat a woman, so he will treat you the way he wants to treat you, and he will treat you the way he has always treated every other woman else in his life. So communicate very clearly how you want to be treated. The second thing you should do is set expectations early in the beginning of the relationship. Like, this is what I am expecting out of this relationship. Aside from communicating with him, set clear expectations in your head, even in writing. This is how I want to be treated. And as you communicate with him, you're expecting it. Expect something out of that relationship. So when you don't have any expectation, you would have no option than to accept anything that comes your way. But when you have clear expectations in the relationship, you would say no to anything that is outside of your relationship. So number one, communicate clearly. Number two, set clear expectations. The third thing to do to help the man treat you well is to embrace a good self-esteem. Now, most women don't have good self-esteem. So one of the things you must do as a woman is to treat yourself well. Apart from telling the man, communicating to the man how you want to be treated, you must also show him in the way you treat yourself. How do you treat yourself? Do you treat yourself? Do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you treat yourself with nonchalant attitude? How do you treat yourself? The way you want any man to treat you is the way you treat yourself. And the way you treat yourself is the way any man will treat you. So have a good self-esteem and treat yourself well. The fourth thing is to appreciate good behavior. When you communicate to the man on how to treat you and he begins to treat you that way, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let him know that, oh, this thing you're doing, I really appreciate it. When you step out of the car and he opens the door, tell him thank you. When he gifts you something, say thank you. When all the little things he does for you, learn to say thank you. Learn to show appreciation. It will spur him to keep doing more for you. The fifth thing and the last thing on my list here is to treat the man with kindness. Treat him with kindness. As much as you have expectations of him, as much as you have things you want him to do for you, as much as you want him to treat you in certain ways, you should also learn to treat him with much kindness. This sets a positive example. It models the way you want to be treated, or it models the way the man is going to be treating you. So woman, You're beautiful, you're purposeful, you're feminine, you're just the best. You must teach a man to treat you well and everything is going to be fine. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give this video a massive thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and I will see you again in my next